Welcome to Caracomp Insider, where high-tech facial recognition meets real-world intelligence.
Some people opened a gambling account using just one letter of their name, not their full first name. A single initial, and the platform took their money anyway. If you've ever signed up for anything online, a bank, an app, a betting site, you assumed someone checked that you are who you say you are. That assumption just cracked. The UK Gambling Commission ran a test between 2024 and 2025 to check whether operators could match customers to real financial records. Some customers couldn't be matched at all. Regulators say sloppy identity checks at sign-up were a big reason why. So the question underneath all of this, who's really using the account? Let's start with what the regulator actually found. Investigators saw accounts registered with just an initial instead of a full name. They saw people signed up under nicknames. They saw business addresses recorded where a home address should be. That's not a typo problem. That's a system letting people through the front door without checking the ID in their hand. Now, more than a quarter of the complaints reaching the Commission's contact center come down to one thing: identity verification going wrong. 1 in 4. For anyone who's ever been locked out of their own account, that number probably feels familiar. There's a term the regulator kept flagging: fuzzy matching. That means the system doesn't need a perfect match to let you in. Close enough is good enough. A partial name, a slightly off detail, the software waves it through. Third-party verification companies often use these looser standards. So the operator trusts the checker trusts the fuzzy match, and nobody's actually confirmed who's behind the screen. Here's why that reaches past gambling. Weak identity checks weaken everything built on top of them. In the UK, there's a self-exclusion program called GamStop. It lets people ban themselves from betting sites. But that block only works if the site knows it's really them. Sign up under a nickname, and the ban means nothing. The same gap undermines fraud controls and anti-money laundering rules. If you can't confirm the person, you can't follow the money. And the regulator noticed something about timing. The highest spending customers were often the ones slipping through at sign-up. The real checks didn't happen until they tried to take money out. Easy to get in, hard to get out. For a regular person, that's the moment your winnings get frozen while a company suddenly asks who you actually are. Now the industry's counter-argument is that strict checks scare people off, push them to shadier sites with no rules at all. But the Commission's own data flipped that. Getting identity right at the start isn't the friction, it's what removes the friction later. So here's the whole thing in plain terms. Some gambling sites let people sign up with barely any proof of who they were. That broke the safety tools meant to protect gamblers and stop crime. And the checks that should have happened at the door got pushed to the exit instead. Whether you gamble or you've just ever ticked a box that said verify your identity, this is about how little that word sometimes means. The full breakdown's in the show notes if you want the deep dive.
Now you know something most people in this industry don't. Use it. And when you're ready to put it to work, caracomp.com. We'll see you tomorrow.